Joseph Quinn, who of course will be playing the Human Torch in the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot, was recently interviewed by multiple outlets. And across these outlets, he talks a little bit about his feelings about the daunting task about bringing a Human Torch to life for a whole new generation, and who he's most excited to work with. So yeah, this comes at us from Joseph Quinn. Again, he's been interviewed by multiple outlets recently about his past, his future, his current career, where he's at, and of course, what many are hoping is the definitive Fantastic Four. So Joseph was asked by multiple outlets about what happens next, what's he doing for prep, and what is he doing to get in the mindset for the Human Torch. He obviously talked about the previous iterations of the character, talked about the Chris Evans take, and I've talked about that already. But then he talked a little bit more about how this is going to be a different Human Torch. Now again, while he doesn't elaborate, I think it's pretty crystal clear that the direction for the entire Fantastic Four is going to be different, so not really surprising. The one thing that stuck out to me is when they asked him about who he's most excited to work with, he talked about not just one specific person, but of course Pedro Pascal was brought up, but he says the huge ensemble cast that they got, which obviously brings into question how huge is it? Now, of course, we already know the core Fantastic Four members, but there's also more. You know, we got Silver Surfer, we got Galactus, we got Mole Man, we got Herbie by the sounds of it, and we're gonna have other characters to fill out, well, the rest of the cast. And according to other reports, we might be seeing even more villains appear in this film. Now, whether or not that's true, again, we gotta wait a while, but to me, I'm genuinely excited about what he's saying and how the prep for this, he's really trying to get into the mindset of who is the Human Torch, who is Johnny Storm, and how does he differ from the other members. And just by reading these interviews, it seems like that he understands you gotta kind of push the others' buttons, but don't do it too much to become unlikable. And that's one thing that can always become a problem with Johnny Storm, and they were borderline doing it in the original Fantastic Four film, and I'm not talking about the Corman version, I'm talking about the early 2000s Fox version. So if they can nail that, and it sounds like they are, it sounds like we're honestly in for a pretty decent good time, all things considered. Now of course, let's just hope that the final film is up to snuff.